Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's Tuesday, December 6th, 2016. We have another classic example of news by the numbers in the headlines. It's Donald Trump, president elect, telling Boeing to scrap their plans for the next Air Force One. Reportedly, the plane is to cost $4 billion. To appreciate the number $4 billion, if you make $40,000 a year, which is more than what the average American adult supposedly makes according to the statistics available to us in this country, you would have to work 100,000 years at the rate of $40,000 a year to make $4 billion. Imagine that, 100,000 years at $40,000 a year. And that's not even counting taxes. Count taxes, you got to work almost twice that long, 200,000 years. You're like a dinosaur. So anyway, if I didn't know better, I'd think, oh, maybe this Donald Trump, he's not so bad. He cares about the taxpayers. He doesn't want $4 billion wasted on a jet that doesn't need to be built. That's not what's going on here, though. Donald Trump, like every man who's been president before him, is nothing more than an actor stooge playing his part for the script that's been written for him. And today's news headline is part of that script. In case you're new to my channel, I've been showing for 3 years now how news is made by the numbers. From the day Donald Trump announced his campaign for president, I've been showing how he has been a puppet in the media, participating in these daily news stories by the numbers. Everything you've heard about Donald Trump in the past year, from the arguments he got into with the man at the DNC convention, to receiving the Purple Heart, to the man climbing his tower, to him saying, "I am Batman," and 3 people connected to Batman dying the next day, to so much more, all of this news has been by the numbers, and all of it's on this video channel. Just search Zachary K. Hubbard, Donald Trump. You're going to have literally about 100 videos come up. I've made a lot of videos on Donald Trump news by the numbers. Here's the latest. Cancel the order is the story. Donald Trump doesn't want the taxpayers getting fleeced for $4 billion for a plane that he doesn't need. Why is this coming today in news by the numbers land? December 6th, 2016 is a date, 12 plus 6 plus 16 with 34 numerology. Boeing in gematria equals 34. We're getting Boeing news on the date with 34 numerology. This is about Air Force One. I'll just point out that the word one also has gematria of 34. Fitting. Connecting to Boeing, connecting to the date. Boeing in simple English gematria also sums to 52, like the word government. Donald Trump was educated at the Jesuit Fordham University starting in 64, 52 years before he assumes his first position in government, the President of the United States. Remember, Jesuit equals 84, just like United States of America. The Jesuits, the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. Donald Trump, a Jesuit and a Freemason. Boeing in Jewish gematria also sums to 113, mainstream equals 113, dishonest 113, green screen 113. So often things in the media are coded 113 when they're made for deception, such as this news story, which is meant to paint Donald Trump as a man of the people. They're trying to create this image that he's a populist. He's not. He's an outsider. He represents the average American. In reality, born with a silver spoon in his mouth and a New World Order agent. In all likelihood, I bet there never even really was a plan to build this next Boeing plane. They just got a new Air Force One. This whole story is probably cooked up by Boeing, the media, and your government to sell you out. And understand this, Boeing is your government. So is Microsoft, so are a lot of these major companies. They're not really private. They're part of your government. They're part of the black budget. We live in a fascist empire. Fascism is the merger of corporation and government. It's what we have here. It's what we have throughout the modern world. No matter what you think about the world wars, what really came out of them was worldwide fascism. The United States may be the most fascist nation of them all, if you know the definition of fascism. The United States is more of a corporation than a nation, and that's essentially what fascism is, corporate government. So, getting the Boeing news today. Boeing has this special coating on it. It's just how it is every day. This is why we're hearing about this Tuesday, December 6th. No coincidence. Trump wants to cancel Air Force One order from Boeing. CNN sure to post at 12:33. Another interesting thing about Boeing, they're in Seattle on the 47th parallel. Remember the word president equals 47? Donald Trump, the night of the election, was in the Rockefeller Plaza at the Midtown Hilton Hotel that was 47 floors tall. The people who govern over us are the Freemasons, and they do it all by the numbers. Every day they give us storylines to persuade us, to steer us down the path of agenda. If Donald Trump is going to be installed as the president, they're going to have to make people like him. This is a story that probably almost everyone's going to like. They're going to say, oh, wow, okay. He's given $4 billion back to the people, when in reality he's not doing anything. He's just doing his puppet role, and this is the canned story for today. So there it is. We'll keep it short and sweet. Till next time, Truth Seeker.